So now that we've opened the Lotus, I guess the next thing to do would be to step inside and pull the trigger. Not really sure what will happen though. I think this is where the turn is. Yeah, was kind of lucky. Couldn't take the audible cue this time since the bugs aren't here anymore. And they aren't coming back no matter what I do, because there aren't any smelly mushrooms over there. I could turn the light off over there, and this one on again, but they still wouldn't budge. Not that I would want that or anything. Now you can hear them again. Can't step out too far. I guess the pedal gets kind of flimsy. And we probably don't want to get too close to him anyway. This is a much better view than last time, now that it's all opened up. Alright, let's see what happens here. So, did that make any sense whatsoever? No! But was it loads of fun? Yes! Oh wait, these purple fruits are the same ones we saw the bird feed her baby earlier. So, I guess she got sick and tired of going back and forth all the time, and instead brought the whole buffet up here. But I hope we're not part of the meal. Ooh, I think I see an escape. And we finally found the first symbol. You knew that was the goal this whole time, right? Good thing we had a pen on us. And I'm glad the game automatically recognized the symbol in those vines, you know, because vines are kind of everywhere. Wait a minute. Vines? On the top level? Yeah, here's that book we saw at the beginning. It goes back to Jananin, which is good because we can't access the other book anymore. Yep, there's the old stairway. And the flower we used when we first saw the book. Hey, everybody wave. I think I see another adventurer arriving over there. He's about to go through the same misery we just did. Alright, let's blow this taco stand. And it puts us right back in the observatory. So how do I cash in on this thing? Oh, of course, the scanning device. That would make too much sense. So let's see here. Yeah, it kind of lights up when I move over it.
easy, is it, Atris? Running like a rat through a maze, looking for some sign that'll help you save your world. Is it over here? Is it over there? Is it someplace I can't find? Cirrus and Achenar didn't care about saving Narayan. All that talk about fixing instabilities, rewriting the age so that we would be free to live our lives, that was just talk to hide the truth of why they had come. But we believed their lies, Atris. So we abandoned our traditions, forgetting that those traditions were keeping Narayan alive. And when the lattice trees started to die, I followed them here to tell them what they had done. And they laughed. They said they would never fix Narayan. They said that they had already taken everything it had worth saving. So, my dear old friend, Atris, I brought you to this place where your education begins. Find the remaining 2 symbols and then come see what your boys did to Narayan.
And so concludes our adventures in Idana. Now, there are a few points I'd like to make before we continue. As I noted before, we've recently learned Narayan is the 4th lesson age. As Savidro said in the recording we saw in Idana, Narayan is the culmination of the lesson age course. The first 3 ages concentrate on certain elements of writing ages, and Narayan displays how civilization balances these elements. This, of course, explains how Cirrus and Achenar arrived on Narayan in the first place. By retrieving the symbols on the other ages, like we're doing, they gained access to the Narayan book in the center of this room. But there are a couple of other linking books I want to mention as well, though tracking them can get kind of confusing. We know that at one time there was a Jananan linking book in Narayan, because Cirrus and Achenar used it to escape Narayan, and Savidro used it to follow them here. Then Atris describes in his journal how Catherine recently showed him the Jananan descriptive book to help give him ideas on how to write Relishan. However, on his brief visit to Jananan, Atris was overcome with grief upon reminiscing about his sons, so he quickly linked back to Tamana. He didn't realize Savidro was hiding in the bushes at the time. So Savidro later used the Tamana book Atris dropped to sneak into Atris' study a few times and read his journal. Then he would use the Jananan descriptive book to link back. Then, after Savidro made this lesson course for Atris, he took the Tamana book into Narayan, which still had that Jananan linking book as well. Then, as we saw in the beginning of the game, Savidro took the Jananan linking book with him when he linked into Tamana and stole Relishan. The Jananan book apparently burned in the fire, which would explain why Atris never followed us. However, the descriptive book is still on Tamana somewhere, so he could still get here. He probably just didn't see where we went before the book burned up. Whatever the case, we're just going to have to keep plugging away at this on our own. So now there are 2 telescopes left. The one with the blue lights over on the other side of the room, behind the Narayan bookcase. And then there's this one with the red light. Let's go with the red light, it's closer. Alright, you remember the rules. We're trying to match the symbol on the screen with an identical one on a tusk. Yeah, here it is. Let's try to get the zoom right first. Keep in mind that each bead going around the circle will either end up on a hash mark or halfway between 2 of them. Now let's do the focus. Oh, that one's obvious. That looks good. So now look at the beads and memorize their positions, because you know we'll need them later. Alright, so now let's go over to that tusk and see what we can do. You know what, let's go the long way. Oh yeah, the button's on the other side now.